In the spiritual path, the journey inward is the most subtle and difficult one to undertake. Just as one requires a guide to navigate dense forests or unfamiliar lands, one absolutely requires a guru, one who has traversed the terrain of the self, to walk the path of God realization. The guru is not merely a teacher, but a revealer of inner light, a dispeller of darkness. The scriptures declare, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, showing the reverence given to one who awakens the soul to divine truth. But when and why does this need arise? Today's reflection highlights the indispensable role of the guru and the inner attitude of a true disciple. Discourse. The need for some kind of guide or guru is often felt even in this obvious everyday world. How then can we dispute the need for a guru in the abstract and unknown field of spiritual knowledge? One who has had to bear the ups and downs of fortune and has failed to discover genuine contentment in life, alone will yearn for someone to guide him, will earnestly look for a guru. The need for a guru arises only for him who knows the bitter side of life. One who pines for guidance is a worthy disciple. He who becomes aware of his own ignorance and incapacity can alone be really in search for a guru. A person may argue that he does not follow the wrong or forbidden path, and does repeat the Lord's name and therefore needs no guru. The answer is that even so, he does need a guru to preclude the rise of the feeling of doership in sadhana itself, because even a trace of such feelings strikes at the very root of spiritualism. Indeed, spiritualism means acknowledging God as the sole power and doer. Saint Namadeo could converse with God, but even he was asked to surrender himself to a guru to remove the last barrier to his complete emancipation. There is a general tendency to call a person a saint if he performs some miracle, or arranges to have some mundane desire granted. A saint cannot be recognized merely from his appearance, dress, or even physical action. Only he can adjudge a saint who sees God in everything. We can call him a saint who purges the mind of mundane feelings and expectations. Who can be called a true disciple? Well, it's someone who genuinely pines to find God and treats the guru as the sole means to attain God. He thinks of the guru as his religion, his all in all, and never transgresses the guru's command, committing himself entirely to the guru's care. Endless are the Shastras and the Vedas. You know, the length of human life and its capacities are just too limited to cope with them and grasp their teaching. The Sadguru, the saints, have given us their cream in the form of Nama as the sadhana. If we assiduously apply ourselves to Nama, love for God is bound to arise. So let us take to it and live happily. Personal reflection. Sri Vamadeva Maharshi, one of the most profound rishis mentioned in the Rig Veda, is known for his deep realization and spontaneous utterance of absolute truths. However, even he did not attain such vision in isolation. It is said that in his early years, Vamadeva practiced intense tapas, but still felt something missing, an inner incompleteness. His austerities and study of the Vedas gave him immense scriptural knowledge, yet the I am the doer idea clung subtly to him. In a mystical encounter with his own Atma Guru, some traditions say it was the presence of divine inspiration in the form of Lord Shiva, he was granted the inner vision where he saw his own previous births, and the illusion of individuality was shattered. In that moment of supreme insight, Vamadeva spontaneously declared, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. But you know, crucially, this realization came only after he surrendered his personal will, acknowledged his limitations, and opened himself to the guidance of the divine guru within. This illustrates that even a Maharshi steeped in scriptural lore needed a guru, not in form perhaps but in principle, to transcend the ego and awaken to reality. The guru principle, or guru tattva, is not always external, but surrender, humility, and inner listening are honestly always necessary. The need for a guru arises not from lack of knowledge, but from the inner yearning for transformation and transcendence. It's not enough to simply repeat God's name or lead a morally upright life with pride in our efforts. True spiritual progress comes when we realize the limitations of our own mind and surrender ourselves to a higher guidance, a guru who leads us not just to knowledge, but to wisdom and liberation. Let us cultivate the humility of a true disciple, one who sees the guru as the boat, the anchor, and the compass on the ocean of samsara. Let us place faith in the simple path laid out by saints, remembrance of God's name, loving obedience to the guru, and surrender of ego. Only then truly will the divine dawn in our hearts.